Hello everybody, it's February 12th, 2019. It's Paul Power bringing you Robert Nelson reading from his book Keys, Love Letters from God. We are on number 69 and it is
Wholeness. Wholeness is the state of living in which the need for false gods is retired, as is the need for healing. That which is whole needs no healing. However, those who are whole may offer healing as a miracle of remembering of the state of wholeness for those who require and request such. That's very important. Healing is never forced. It can only be requested. Remember, it's always a shared event, regardless if it's happening with a miracle of some spiritual value or whether it's happening with a miracle of some medical effort. It's still a shared phenomena, or it doesn't happen. And it can be a shared phenomena between you and yourself if there's no one else around you. You can share with yourself. For this is what it is to be the Christ. Very important definition there. There is only one Christ. For such is the door which stands open between you and me. The Christ is the greatest healing which can ever be, for it invites you to focus your perception on that which is your birthright. That which you call the Christ is an ever-present invitation to the state of wholeness. That's the definition of the Christ right there. Wholeness is the state of ultimate equality. In this realm, threat, fear, guilt, inadequacy, delusion, and illness are laid aside as lessons of the ego, which are no longer necessary. In wholeness, the ego is no longer in charge of your life. For you now, let me read that again, please. For now you know it to be the tool of learning through adversity, which you established it to be by using my authority to do so. The ego is of your making, remember? Since it is only a temporary being, it thrives off your attention, my fuel. Where the ego fears its demise, the spirit knows its eternality. That which is eternal needs not fear. As you share in my vision, you are assured of your eternal life, and the limited and limiting tool of the ego is no longer allowed to ensnare you with its fear and its elaborate bag of tricks and threats. And there are threats involved with the ego. Well, if you do this, then nobody will like you. Well, if you do this, then you're no good. Threats of the ego. For in wholeness, the ego is only a tool and not the master. That doesn't mean you won't have an ego anymore. If that's what you're afraid of, don't be. You'll give it up when you're ready and some whenever, wherever. But you won't let it control you anymore. You'll be able to laugh not at the ego, that makes an enemy. Laugh with it. When it's trying its little tricks, just laugh with it. Don't give it the power it does not deserve. Wholeness, then, is a state of being known as the Christ. There it is, bold-faced print. It is this state which is your birthright made manifest as you. As you behold yourself, so do you behold your brother and sister likewise. No one is a stranger. The need for the illusion of separation is laid aside. You are free, for you are freedom itself incarnated. That which you are is that which you offer one another. And that who you are is all you will accept from those around you. For you then are the living Christ. You are wholeness personified in a state of loving grace. Wholeness is your birthright made manifest as you and your brother and your sister. Remember that I have told you heaven is a who, and that who is you. And wholeness is this your birthright realized. In wholeness, fear of mortality is gone. If you are immortal, let me read that again because I read it wrong. For you are immortal, as am I. As the Christ, you teach the meaning of the sonship of all in me. Miracles are a natural flow of your being. They are not your stock and trade. They are the example of wholeness, both to yourself and to your brother and sister. You teach wholeness as you share wholeness by your living example. You, the Christ, remind all life of its true identity, even as you are reminded of such by all life. So as the Christ, we not only teach all life of its true meaning and identity, we are taught by all life the same. You are the gentle reminder of my invitation to the celebration, which is the kingdom, our kingdom. As the teacher of wholeness, you offer the life abundant to all who will receive your example. Allow your brother and sister to share in the example of wholeness with you, even as you share such with them. The need for attack, judgment, blame, shame, control, and placing demands is laid aside because the false message of fear is retired. You are free as you help your brother and sister to be free of the need for these false gods. In wholeness, you behold yourself looking at you from the eyes of those around you, whatever form they may inhabit. And you love what you see, as even I do. In wholeness, you know your true and infinite potential as my own, for it is yours as well. As the teacher of wholeness, you, as the teacher of wholeness, will deny no one the opportunity to share in this state of living grace. In wholeness, the only evidence you will believe is the evidence of your own reality, for it is my reality. In wholeness, you become the relationship shared. That's God. As such, you are the creator, for sharing is the key to creation itself. And you will love that which you create, for it is you made manifest. Wholeness, then, is your home wherever and whenever you may be. Celebrate your spirit in wholeness. God. Okay, this makes a very important step of defining Christ, and that we're Christ, if we choose to be. When we choose wholeness instead of fear, we're Christ. And we are sharing that example with anyone and everyone around us who will allow us to do so. Sharing being the act of creating. It's never forced, it's never pushed. You don't make your point, you don't join a debate team. You simply share by your living example. And there are going to be times when you're going to fuck up. And when that happens, that's just the way it is. Don't blame yourself. Don't be down on yourself for it. Because that only makes more SIN, self-imposed nonsense. You don't need that. You don't deserve it. You deserve better. So, welcome to being the Christ.